Oh, that was quick. Let's say hello. And put a stone on the board. Check the coordinates on. Check the game. It is an even game. 6.5 points of Comey for white. 12Q versus 12Q. Okay, I've got a 3-3, 3-4, 4-3, and a 4-4. And he's got dual 4-4, so I should approach one of them. Let's approach this one. Maybe he could do like a Kobayashi framework if he backs off. Or he could play a Sanren-sei. That's pretty popular on this server. Looks like it'll be a slow game. That's okay. I should relax. Get into the rhythm here. Oh, that's not a move you see on this server that often. That's more like a Fox specialty. So I can block this way and save the corner, block this way, try and build the side. But this is a big side, and I was really going to build over here. So let's block this way, save the corner. Yeah, I think I don't have to respond to that. I could double approach here. I could enclose my corner. I mean, if he hanes, I just will hane back. I guess he could hane on both sides, right? He hanes here, I respond. He hanes here, I respond. Let's extend once more then. Make sure my remaining shape there is nice and solid, even if he starts doing the hanes and stuff. Make sure I have lots of room to live. And it is giving me more territory as he extends. And he's got potential on this side, but not territory. Whereas each stone gives me 3 points of territory. Does he get 3 points worth of potential for every extension here? I don't know. Yeah, so what's best? The double approach, the single approach over here, or the enclosure? I think let's do a high enclosure here to go with this framework idea. Aha, so he was just kind of waiting for me to ignore him, and then he was going to play that move. So this is kind of a fighting move. I'll extend again and cut that stone off from its neighbors. Then I will hane here to give myself a little more room in the corner. He hanes back. I'm going to connect. And I'm going to turn on the outside here. So if I block here at E7, E17, hanes underneath, and I block here, I will have about 9-10 points in the corner. That's enough to live. If I turn here, yeah, I'll start by turning here though. I think it's better than just preserving 10 points in the corner. Make sure these stones are cut off. Keep these stones low. There might be a threat to cut here at some... Well, he protected this cut, so I'm not really threatening these 3 stones. But I'm out. I mean, he can do a monkey jump from these 2 stones into here and pretty much destroy my corner anytime he wants to. Yep, there he goes. So what to do? Should I protect the 2 points in the corner? I think I should at this point. Protect enough of the corner so I have an eye. And then I'll be out on the other side. And then over here, let's take away his extension. So, yeah, I like this. Can do a 1 space or 2 space back off, and it ties into my corner over here. Let's put some pressure on these stones. So he protected there. Okay, so let's play away. Approaching here, double approach here, or going into the corner here. Since he took my corner, I can take his. But I like the approach here. Break up this side. He's full of funny moves. Okay. Let's think of that as a pincer, a kind of misplaced pincer, and go into his corner. Okay, let's see if he does the hane or this extend. See how well he knows this corner approach. If he does the hane, I extend, he extends, I cut, and he saves this stone. I go here. Pushes. I go here. Cuts. I take. Aha. So he doesn't hane, he doesn't extend. So I should hane here then. Give myself more on this side. Give myself a bigger corner. Well, he's an original thinker. My opponent is. I don't know if he came up with all these trick Josekis on his own, or if he's learned them somewhere and he's trying to apply them, but definitely he's got some unusual moves there. Be interesting to see what. So I should extend up here, I think. See if he's scared of me connecting. Looks like a free move. Gives me more influence to this side, and then take an extension here. Yeah, he was afraid. So this cut here is a little bit worrisome. Should I just protect it? If I go here, cuts. Atari, he extends. Atari, I can Atari on this side. And then I don't have to worry about the ladder. Yeah, so if I have a stone out here, it protects this cut, right? Cut, Atari, extend, Atari, turn, Atari, down, Atari, turn, take. I want to place a stone way out here, but that's maybe an overplay. I got into trouble once with a cut like this. Okay, he is going to be Mr. Second Line. Let's go on top. So I think maybe his style is to get you annoyed and then you start making bad moves. Like already I'm annoyed to the point where I want to just come back up and kill these 4 stones up here, which is probably just a waste of time, right? That's a small area. As long as I'm alive, it's okay. So we finally Hane there. So let's ignore all that and jump into the corner. Or should I Hane first? Hane once? Yeah, I shouldn't give him a free extension there. Okay, if I jump in the corner and he does the same thing, see, when I was on this side and I jumped into the corner, he blocked this way. So if he does that again, he'll block this way. I will have stones here and here. It's not really what I want. Those stones will not be facing much. Maybe I should have double approach instead. Switch directions on him. It'll also limit the ability of these stones to expand. He's got that 2 and 2 formation here on the second line and the third line. Same as what he did here, 2 and 2. Looks like that's a favored pattern in here, 2 and 2. But, well, these are stronger because they've captured a stone here. And so they have an eye here at least. This pattern doesn't have an eye. It has a potential for an eye there and there. So if I were to go here, for example, he blocks. Okay, but let's look at the corner. Once again, he didn't really protect the corner. I could jump in and see if he cuts this stone off. If he cuts in this direction, though, I push, he'll push up here. So normally, I would block here. And then take an extension, but there's not room for me to extend. Maybe we'll leave that stone there. Let's go into the corner here and see if he wants to play the slide instead of the jump so he doesn't get to block me off and cut me into little pieces. So he jumps out. Okay, so he really doesn't care about the corner. Well, let's take the corner. He's capturing this stone, but it's kind of a small scale that he's capturing on. So I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, normally they play a blocking move when you come into the corner, so you don't get this extension here. Now I get the corner plus the extension. Should be good for me. This move here would be a good way to complete this setup. And then jump out to the center, call it a game. Just have to make sure this group stays alive over here. It's maybe one eye in the corner, maybe not. But if it comes out, these guys jump out to the center and this connects up. That's all good. Okay, so once again, he plays on the second line. I think I will do this extend. That worked pretty well last time. So it looks like he lost on time. I think it takes it a while to register sometimes, but he still has 4 moves to make. And his time is down to 0. This is a short game, but I am going to review this in Sabaki with Katago using Sabaki, and we'll see what it thinks of all these second line moves and what if I responded to them correctly. I think it's interesting to look at, even though it's a short game. Yep, there I went on time. Okay, we will check that out now. See you then. Bye. That was a short game, but I thought it would be interesting to have Katago take a look at all of the unusual moves that were played. So I went ahead and decided to make a video about it anyway, because you do see those rare moves, particularly on Fox, but this was on Pandanet, so it's good to check if you played the right response to some of these crazy moves. Anyway, let's go through this. I was black here, and the first 4 moves were pretty adorable. We take the corners, and then I approach. And then instead of responding to the approach, white approaches my corner, which is okay if it were a normal approach, but this is not a particularly good approach. And the way I blocked seems to be the right way. It makes sense to me. You're just taking the corner. If you block the other way, white can just hop right in the corner there. So you block to take the corner, and you're also getting territory towards the side as he runs you out. So this is good for black, although it's not a huge success. It's just a few points, which is why white can get away with playing moves like that. It's not going to it's not going to end the game unless your games are always within 2 points. So this was interesting. After 3 stones, I decided it was safe to play away, and it was safe in the sense that I didn't. It doesn't actually lose, but it wasn't the strongest move here. Actually, the Katago really wants to play Tahane here to keep the biggest advantage, And I thought this this line it gives was kind of interesting. It would hane and then double hane and then extend once. Hane, double hane, extend. It assumes white is going to keep responding, probably because these stones are in a little bit of trouble. And then it'll come back and fix. And then it thinks white is now safe to play away, and it would play a move like this to try and break up all of that influence that white just gave black. So this is a good result for black, although still, in that range of just a couple of points. Anyway, I didn't do the hane. I just played away and made an extension. And he could have haned me and kept me small in the corner. That's probably the best play. But he did this wacky move instead, this jump inside. And I just extended and split. And that was the correct answer. It liked that response. So white extended. And now here, Katago wants me to just turn here. I do play that move eventually, but let's back up. First I hane, he blocks, I connect, he connects, and then I turn. But apparently the immediate turn is stronger. Okay, after the turn, he played here in the corner, and I blocked. And, well, here's another moment where Katago doesn't like my immediate move, although it likes the general idea. Katago would play this move instead of defending the corner. And it assumes that white would run out. And then it comes back and protects the corner like so. So it gets to this move. It just plays one perhaps forcing move there. It's hard for me to see exactly if that is forcing. If we look at this position, white could just continue jumping in the corner. Now my black group has no eyes, but then it's my turn and I can connect or play a move at like say if white jumps in here, I could play a move at h16, which connects these stones and surrounds these stones. And so that's probably good for me, just surrounding the corner like that. That is probably all right, or probably what the computer has in mind. But anyway, I just blocked the corner immediately. And then he pulled back. That was a very slow move instead of jumping out here. So after that, I could jump out here. This I thought was interesting. Oh, and at this point, there's a 10-point lead. This once again, if we back up, yeah, it's my turn to move. I played at K17. Katago slightly prefers playing one stone closer, but this was also in its top move list. So general idea is correct here. And then a few more moves. Let's see. Oh, and this was interesting. I didn't know what to do about this move. And there's that old saying, when in doubt, play away. That's exactly what Katago would do here. It would just play away. And I followed this line for a long time because I was kind of curious if Katago would ever come back and do anything about this stone. And it never does. Let's see, we can play on a few moves and just watch how this evolves. It just plays in the corner, surrounding the corner. It plays to surround the corner, and then gets into some little fight over here with these stones, and it just goes on, and it never gets back to this stone over here in the lower left-hand corner. Let's go back. So I think the idea is that this stone is not really in any danger. It could run out. It could even extend and press on this stone. If this stone were to extend up, then I could jump into the corner. So there's no hurry to jump into the corner now. So anyway, I played that a little too quickly perhaps, but it still seems to be okay. I'm keeping my lead through all of this part. This was another really slow move. He could have extended here, and that's the way he should have played this. And so after this move, yeah, we're up to a 15-point lead after the hane. So this hane here was good. Since he didn't extend, I hane here. And this is a nice thing to know that, well, it's the typical hane at the head of two stones, but the point is here you're getting a big influence on the side. And let's see, the extension up here seems to be good. Let's see, he takes my stone, and at this point we're up to a 20-point lead, even though this move here, yeah, once again, Katago would still play here. It recommends that over any other move on the board. But this stone here secures that cut. And after this move, it would still play up here. But in terms of the best local response, it didn't think my extension was so great. It would have played here, more of a pincer on that one stone. And this stone, it's true, is not connected to anything, so this is a more forceful move. I didn't really think of that. And anyway, I think, yeah, I didn't look at a whole lot else. I just maintained my lead the rest of the way. And at the very end, yeah, he never responded to this move and ran out of time. I don't know if he was planning to run this stone along or not, but at this point, anyway, there is a 19-point lead. So I guess I can feel good about winning this game, even if I did win on time. It was winning on the board too. It looks pretty good for black here. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Bye now.